anyone that's going to depend on, if you're in the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu and you're going to depend on Moscow to protect you, you're either high, drunk, or stupid. Folks haven't learned yet. Assad is no longer in Damascus in Syria. He's in Moscow because he got overrun. Moscow couldn't help him. Azerbaijan ran all over Armenia. Couldn't help them. So the junta leader out of Ouagadougou got threatened by the West. So he ran to Moscow for the little itty-bitty annual parade that they do with their troops and their military substandard hardware. Was the buddy-buddy with the Russians, who are already taking him for 25% of the gold refining profits. The same deal for 25% of the gold profits being from refined gold was done with Niamey and with Bamako. They could have gone to our family in Accra or elsewhere in the mother continent who actually has the expertise in refining gold. Instead, they empowered those from Russia. Why would you do that? You could have paid them in Accra or somewhere else on the mother continent to show you how to refine the gold yourself. Instead, you handle 25% of the profits from the refined gold to the Russians, just for them to give you access to buy their weapons. So 75% of the profits that remain, you're buying weapons with some of that. Why would you do that? Yes, they're doing excellent work in Bamako. No, Bamako, they're trash. They're doing excellent work. I can't be mad at what they're doing in Ouagadougou. Pay down the national debt. They're doing excellent work, quote unquote, domestically. Pay down the national debt in Niamey too. I ain't mad. How they pay for it is unconscionable. I got a problem with that. All three of those hunters bowing down to Moscow. You stop kissing French behinds, now you kiss Russian behinds? And the leader in Ouagadougou, the hunter leader over there, he's a superstar. Darn near worshipped. I'm like, are y'all serious? Seriously? Really? Really? 25% of your gold profits that you could be using for other things? Walk out the door. And he's a hero? Seriously? Come on now. Our folks don't see beyond 20 minutes on anything. And over here, it's just as retarded. We don't like you. We speak Spanish and you don't. There's some that's dark as me and darker that speak Spanish and they don't like them either. And they're all looking for closer proximity to the carbon deficient. The non-melanated. They chase that. And throw our own under the bus. Before they get on the plane to come over here from Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, they're told, stay away from us on this side of the ocean. Stay away from the cotton pickers. You assume that everybody over here descends from a cotton picker? Really? Seriously? The descendants of cotton pickers and those that descend from non-cotton pickers that look like you paved the way for you to come over here and to enjoy the things that you're enjoying. And that's your attitude? And when you go from here over there, depending on where you go, they'll call you a Tubob or a Niak. Outsider. In the most vulgar sense of the word. Niak. Or something else. The mental retardation, the self-hate is deep. But the ones that amuse me the most, that will speak in Spanish, I'm like, Malo ejemplo. Si habla español, y tú sabes esto. If you didn't know it before, you know it now. Ahora es, ahora sí. Mudo. Seriously? They are melanated, but their hair is straight. Sometimes. I speak Spanish, you speak Spanglish. Moreno, morena, you know what that is. You are a derivative of us. They failed to learn the lesson again. Cubano, stop. Moreno. Garofuna, sí. Moreno. Yo say Panama. Moreno. We don't even have to discuss the Stoneheads with our face on it. Way before the Castilian got over here and mixed in with some of our folks here. Adopting the Castilian Spaniard ways and language does not make you not one of us. Stop. This is why I say to all of y'all, the time soon come. Because they all getting their Moreno wake-up call right now. The time soon come. They're going to realize, once and for all, we get more working together than we do apart. And the bulk of them, no less than zero about discourse and international discourse. They are eligible to come into the Amexem-Moor-Empire, and we shall train them. The Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial flag shall fly all throughout North, Central, and South Amexem, all across the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, into the Cush-Harappa. It's only a matter of when, not if. We're already on 4 continents. Our population may be small in North, Central, and South Amexem, larger in the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu, tiny in Cebu-Cavite district for the moment. However, as we get things moving and grooving, and the Imperial flag is flying in more and more places because we actually put the Imperial flags on the ground there. It has not been my priority. Other things have been. However, if we had them flying right now, everywhere with operational underway, we would literally be able to say the sun literally does not set on the Amexem-Moor-Empire. We're the only house of Moors that can say that. Organic nation with organic diplomacy and governance that's not doing franchisee management, not encumbered under the colonizing hostiles, not entangled under the colonizing hostiles. That too, we are the only house of Moors that can actually say that. While others do the paper nation and newest quote-unquote nation of the month thing, and demonstrate through their own language that they are utterly incompetent, even though they may very well prove to mean well. They are ultra incompetent, encumbered, and maintain themselves as the property of the colonizing hostiles. They don't know how and don't know how to undo it. And even if they did, they have nothing in place to govern themselves. We do. Some of them realize that, which is why we're so unpopular. Because everybody and their mama wants to be the big man or big woman in charge. That's cool if you know what you're doing. Since they clearly don't by their language and behavior patterns. They wonder why they get nowhere fast. Playtime is over. And the colonizing hostiles are about to apply the digital chains and the digital handcuffs. They got helos flying everywhere. They deployed military forces, not just guard, active duty forces. I don't care how temporary it was. That's a test. That's a warning. They'll be back. They'll be locking particular things down. And if you haven't put things in place because you're incompetent, then those that follow you are going down in flames. I give thanks for the work that we do collectively as one to make the colonizing hostiles irrelevant. The training, the discipline, this is where it all comes to really and truly matter.